Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Today I'll. I'm Clixian, and today I'll be doing some baking with my wife. We're going to make an apple crumble that is gluten-free. She has celiac disease, so we have to make everything gluten-free, and it's not difficult to do, so I'll show you how. I'm going to put the numbers in the video, and I'll just tell you what the ingredients are. So first we're going to start off with some brown sugar for the crumble. This is for the top part. So starting off with the brown sugar, now we're going to use some gluten-free rolled oats. You can sometimes find these in the grocery store. Sometimes it's tricky to track them down, but I'm sure you can do it if you really want to. Then we're going to add some almond meal or almond flour. This is sort of the replacement for regular flour in this recipe. It works quite well. And then we need to add some cinnamon. And of course, while this is being mixed up, I'm going to get to work on peeling these apples. I'm using the apples that were left over from making the cider, so they're actually apples from the tree in back of the house. Not exactly wild, but certainly untamed apples. But I will say, having eaten this, it was delicious. So next up we have to add some lemon juice. This is going to be in a separate bowl because we want to have this as the mixture for the filling. Also take some granulated sugar. My wife is a very good measurer. I don't measure very much. I don't measure well. That's why baking doesn't turn out so great with me. In addition to the granulated sugar, we're going to add some maple syrup as well. And some pure vanilla extract. And also some cornstarch here. This is to help bind everything together. Make sure it's a gluten-free cornstarch. There are different types out there. Some of them are produced in a facility that may have processed wheat. Finally, to this filling mixture, we want to add some cinnamon as well. It's a very fallish recipe, lots of cinnamon, just warm flavors, it's so good. Now that I'm pretty much done with the peeling of the apples, we can melt up some butter. We need 2/3 cup melted butter here, unsalted. And this is going to be for the crumble again, so we're going back to that. To the filling mix, we're going to add those sliced apples I've been working on. About 10 cups of sliced apples. And this needs to be all stirred together. And then we can combine this actually. I think first we're going to add the butter to the crumble to make it into an actual crumble, and then we're going to put it together in the pan that it will be baked in. We weren't the only ones excited about it. Alright, so now we're going to combine them in the pan. Of course, you put your apples down first. We greased it lightly because we didn't want to have it sticking, but you can opt not to do that, but I always grease it if I can because it's just better that way. So yeah, apples first, and then we're going to top it with the crumble. There we go. We're going to bake that in a 350-degree oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. We found that the 35 minutes was a bit more appropriate. We did it for the first 30 and it was okay. But it wasn't quite ready, so I put it in for about 4 more minutes and it was perfect. Oh, don't forget the slivered almonds on top as well. Like I just did. The baking is the hardest part, because you just want to dive in. Of course, we couldn't dive in, because this was actually for our Canadian Thanksgiving dinner with family, so we had to keep it intact until we got it there, at least. And the finished product. It was delicious. Go ahead and try this. It's a great recipe. Completely gluten-free. Excellent. A little bit of bonus footage with all the peels and the apple cores and everything from the apples that I just sliced. I thought I'd go deliver them to the chickens. They absolutely love this kind of stuff. But what was really interesting while I was out here is that I only counted 11 chickens. I'm like, wait, where's the last one? So I took a look inside the coop. And I caught her in the act of laying an egg. Well, what? It doesn't look very comfortable. Pretty interesting. I've had about half a dozen eggs so far out of these guys. They're just getting started. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.